Thank you. It's weird not dancing. If I forget what I'm saying, if I just start dancing, just go along with it. Actually, hold on. I'm just going to pull this out because I wrote some other things down. Anyways, all right, yeah. By the way, having Kenny Ortega introduce me is amazing. I love you, and you're an absolute legend and a huge inspiration to me. So thank you. Well, you know, bullying can be physical, can be verbal, or emotional. Words and threats are just as painful as fists, and especially with social media these days. For those of you who don't know, I was actually bullied when I was a kid, as a young boy. On one occasion, they would tie my ankles up with a very rough rope, hang me in a tree upside down, and spit on me and call me names, and even hold a gun to my head. Them coming from a family of hunters, I assumed the gun was real. I didn't tell anybody, didn't tell my parents, didn't tell teachers or my friends, my sisters. I kept it to myself. And dance became my GLSEN. It became my safe place, the place where I could grow and I could flourish and where I could find those answers. And I know now that the worst thing you can do is suffer in silence. The pain of those ropes around my ankles, that was temporary. Pain is temporary, but suffering is prolonged pain, and suffering can be a choice. Oftentimes we allow ourselves to suffer a lot more than we need to by keeping it to ourselves and carrying the burden alone. Well, let me tell you right now, you are not alone. Seeking help requires incredible strength and courage. The most powerful weapon you have against bullying is your voice. The more I learned throughout the years about human behavior, the more I've learned that the negativity that bullies project is just a reflection of who they are. And I know this because there's been times when I've been a bully, where I've looked at myself and I've regretted certain things I might have said or done, and being in an environment where you're a perfectionist and you're training somebody and you want to bring the best out of them, but sometimes that line can become blurred. And I always would recognize in myself, I thought, man, I wish I wouldn't have said that, or I wish I wouldn't have behaved like that. And I began to see a pattern that whenever I would behave in that manner was when I felt scared, I felt insecure, I felt uncertain, and I felt huge doubt in myself. And now I understand now that someone who is strong and loves themselves would only ever give love in return. The need to bully, to feel power over someone else, is weakness in disguise. Understanding that is... There are two ways to be the tallest building in the city. You can work really hard, gain friends, be a good person, and build a tall, beautiful skyscraper. Or you can tear down all the buildings around you to make yourself feel big, even though you're not. And that's what bullies do. Well, I like to, it's weird presenting, it's weird because when I think of an award, I think of like winning something, you know, normally. So this is such a unique award, and I feel very, very privileged and very humbled and very honored to be here. So thank you, GLSEN, for choosing me to honor me tonight. I like to think that the more we talk about bullying, the more we educate victims and bullies themselves, that we can create social change and really work toward treating each other with kindness. So let's create, let's not destroy. Let's believe. Let's believe and not doubt. Let's lead, Let's not follow. And let's be a force for good and be kind to each other. Thank you, guys.